Hi, this is Jackie, and I'm here with the Menzingers on day 3 of Riot Fest. How you holding up?
Very well. I got here this morning.
So you've got it easy. My feet are like, oh, we're done here. We're done here. You guys have been together for over 10 years. What do you attribute to your band's longevity?
I guess if I really wanted to think about it, communication between each other. I think one way that any people want to make a lasting relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship or a familial relationship, being open with each other is a good way to get there. The only way to get there, really, I guess.
Right on. I would agree with that. How has your sound evolved from a lesson in the abuse of information technology to after the party?
Well, we couldn't play then, really. Now we can play slightly better. I don't know. We write about the things that happened to us in life, and that was almost 10 years ago. So a whole lot has changed in our lives that is reflected. I think it would change in the sense that we changed. We grew up, got older, able to understand and analyze things better, and kind of, I would say it changed that way.
What's influenced your songwriting lately?
Lately, writing, which should probably clarify that. Writing, journaling and writing in, how would I say it, in a fiction and nonfiction way, just kind of exploring the emotions and building ideas instead of just writing the lyrics to music, kind of just really diving into it and making like 1,000 words for a song or something.
That's interesting, especially as an English teacher. I think journaling is a great way just to get ideas out, and I think that that's a great practice, so right on.
Yeah,
Please keep doing that.
Yeah, it's changed my life a little bit. Journaling in the morning, you kind of gain a new perspective on the day. You kind of, I think, look at everything with a little bit more complexity and a little bit more intuition when you're kind of going for it. Yeah.
Definitely a help. 2017 is an interesting year for music. What role do you see music videos still having with your band?
I went to a party with my cousin. He's a little bit younger, and when we were talking about bands and music or just listening to music, the way they were doing it was just looking the bands up on YouTube. That was like the way that they were accessing music and the way that they listen to music when they're having a good time. So I think that access kind of curates, you can curate the mood of something by attaching the video to it. So I think that has a big role in it as well.
It's interesting that YouTube has become a music research engine now. What role do you see music streaming sites having?
The penultimate role, if that's the last role. I think that as technology becomes better and more accessible to everyone, and you can just stream and not really have to store anything on your phone, that'll be the end all. It'll be less expensive. It'll be better and easier.
Technology keeps on improving. Social media is still relevant and still important. Is there a platform that you personally prefer over the others that you use, or just you feel sort of indebted to use them all to share the band and advertise?
Yeah, for the band one, we use them all for sure. My favorite one to use is Instagram, personally, with my friends and stuff, because it's just, you can be a little bit artful with it. You don't have to say too much. You can say some things, and it's fun to look at. I despise Twitter in a lot of ways, and some of the other ones, and Facebook.
I blame the orange man for the downfall of Twitter. I can't stay on it. I can't do it. It's just not as engaging. I think the visual aspect really lends itself to keeping people on it. What goals do you have for this album cycle? Things you want to accomplish?
For this album cycle, I want to keep growing. I want to keep bringing more fans into the folds and playing in more places. I want to improve our live show. I think that we can do some cool things. We never had like a light person or anything like that before. I think we can do some fun shit. That'd be cool.
Speaking of your live shows, you have shared the stage with a lot of really great bands in 2017. What are some highlights for you?
Oh man, yeah. When we did, the tour in the, we played with so many bands here.
I kept looking and I was like, oh my god, them! And
we've done some really, really good ones. Today's been incredible. Jawbreaker's going to play, which is a very big highlight for us as a band. We've done some shows with the Bouncing. Recently, we played a show with Bouncing Souls in Lucero. That was a one-off, so it wasn't really in tour mode or anything like that. But it was a big, kind of good way to cap the summer. That was a really big highlight. That was fantastic.
How do you go about choosing your set list for Riot Fest?
For Riot Fest, we tried to pack as many fun songs as we could into 45 minutes. That was there wasn't much of an approach or strategy there.
What's up next for you guys after Riot Fest?
We're in the middle of a tour right now. We have a lot of headline dates, and we're also opening up for The Offspring and Sublime with Rome. So that's been a really fun journey so far.
We'll stay tuned for much more for the Menzingers. This is Jackie. Thanks to Chorus FM and In the Key of Change.